I'm about to give you a tour of our 5-acre off-grid homestead that we built from scratch. We are Casey and Savannah, and we are best friends that decided to buy land together. We left the city to pursue a life off-grid where we can grow our own food and live more simply. Let's start at the top. I am standing in our garden. This is obviously in-ground beds, and we put this in last year. It was pretty simple. Our neighbor came over and tilled this all up for us, and then by hand we built these raised beds. And it's really important that we did that because we do get a lot of rain and a lot of runoff, so the water kind of goes into the little walkways that are lower, and it keeps everything nice and not muddy where the garden stuff is. This is where we grow all of our food. This year we put in another in-ground garden, and it's not much right now. It is just corn growing, and we have a lot of seeds planted. So that should look a little more like this next year. Most importantly, what we have in the ground right now, this entire row is our herb garden. So basically any herb you could think of, it's here. And then back here we have 100 strawberry plants planted. We are starting to get lots of red strawberries over there. And then let's go over to the far garden bed because that is a fun bed. So this garden doesn't look like much right now. We just planted it out yesterday, but this section is the dye garden. And we grew all of these plants from seed. We've got Japanese indigo, we've got a Coreopsis, Gabiosa, madder root, and Tango Cosmos, and a dyer's chamomile. So all of these varieties are specifically for dyeing, which is really exciting. We won't probably get too much out of it this year, but most of them are perennial flowers, and we will be able to harvest from this section for hopefully years to come. And then the rest of the bed is all cut flowers. We have a lot of dahlias over there and just lots of flowers that we grew from seed. We love flowers, so we love having our own flowers to cut for inside.
Hello, I'm Casey. I'm going to tell you about the rest of our garden. So first off, we have our green stalks, which we need to get this one planted up. This one we've had full of lettuce, and we've been harvesting off of that. We really love these towers. These are our birdies beds from Epic Gardening, and we love them. We hope to get more. We've got lettuce, garlic, rutabaga, carrots, kale, some other fun things. Let me take you into my special garden, my favorite part, the rose garden. I'm standing by our arbor that has been sitting on our property for the whole time since we lived here. We just recently set it up. We've had it since we lived in Nashville. And we're gonna have this honeysuckle growing up that, so we've just gotta get it planted, and this has gotta get set in the ground. And if you walk through here, welcome to the rose garden. Every year I say, I'm not gonna buy more roses, and every year I buy more roses, but we have a beautiful place for them. So we have, I think, like 16 or 17 rose bushes planted. And here we had a bunch of daffodils, several other flowers, and we're going to be planting in a bunch of other flowers in between. Very excited. It looks a lot better this year than it did last year. Last year was literally roses in dirt. This wasn't here. So it's starting to come together and look more like a formal garden, which I'm very excited about. We're very close to having our first rose open. This rose over here is about to, I think some people think living off grid is kind of not very attractive, but we really love beautiful things. And so having this land be beautiful and having a beautiful rose garden is really something that's been important to us. At times we have maybe prioritized beauty over function, but it's very important for us to have a beautiful place to enjoy. Here is our orchard. Last year we planted, I think, like 4 apple trees, 3 peach trees, 3 pear trees. We also have several blackberries and blueberry bushes, 1 raspberry bush right now, hoping to get more of those. And yes, we're working on creating guilds, so planting things that are beneficial to the orchard fruit. And we're trying to get clover to grow through here, but it's kind of been patchy, but it's all a work in progress. Here we have what we call daycare. We have our cat house where our 3 barn kitties live. And then we have 16 chickens, so 15 hens and 1 rooster. And they live. They don't bother each other. Actually, the chickens probably bother the cats more than anything. They like to eat their food. We actually have 1 very small chicken that, Amber's big his head out. We have 1 very small chicken that lays her eggs in the cat house. That's a new thing. We have the cats for rodent control. They've always lived outside, and we built this house so that they have a place to be safe, and every night I call them in and feed them, and they get locked up every night and then let out every morning. They love their farm life. And our chickens, of course, we have to lay eggs. I think we're getting about a dozen eggs every day, and they are a great protein source. Now that's the front. Let's go inside.
Welcome to our humble abode. Why are you not looking?
It needs to adjust.
We have a lot of new stuff in our backyard that we're going to show you in just a moment, so stay with us. Once this house tour is done, we will go back there. This is our tiny home. We have about 356 square feet in this house, and yes, we would like to have a bigger house, but this is what we are dealing with right now, and we are grateful for it. This is the thing that is probably the most changed since our last tour, and that is the kitchen. This is our pantry, and I built this from scratch, and it's gone through a lot of stages. We had it open without doors for a while, but it is complete now, and I do think it turned out pretty well. And even the doors were made by eye. So this is kind of a mess, but this is Casey's little coffee section here. We have our Berkey water filter. We have plenty of storage down here for food. And then we also have food storage up here. And this has been a game changer because when we first moved in, we had a tiny cart that we tried to fit food on, and we just had a lot of small amount of groceries basically. But this is really great. We've got the slow closing doors. We even made these handles from copper pipe. Probably my favorite thing in the kitchen so far. Don't mind this. This was our seedling shelf, and we just had all plants growing on here, which have now moved outside, so we now need to move this out of here, and cannot wait to do that because it's taking up what little space we do have. Apparently we're growing sparkling water right here. This is a multi-pack of things that don't fit in the fridge. And then this is the kitchen. We did everything in here from scratch, and the only thing is this cabinet was actually a pre-built cabinet. The ones on the walls, we did that, but it's very unfinished. I don't know if you can tell. There's drywall in the ceiling and unpainted things. This is all going to match the pantry one day. But this is our island. The top is made from the wood that we had milled on our land. And then we have 2 seats so we can have a little dining area, which is not our most ideal situation, but it is what we have, serves a purpose. And then I think our most prized possession is this. This is our little dishwasher, and it's amazing. We use it maybe every other day, and it fits a good amount. As you can see, we can fit 6 plate settings in here, and that is plenty for us. And we love it. So that goes here. That is here. Since we are off grid, you might be wondering how that all works, but maybe that's for another video. But it does drain into a gray water situation, whatever that's called. Here's where we store all of our canned goods. It's actually a lot of empty jars because we have used a lot of the stuff in here. All three of the shelves have cans on all of them, and they go all the way back into behind this. So like where that corner is all shelves. And I forgot how many we could fit in here. We counted one time, but you can fit a lot of cans in there. I actually have a diagram of what is in here because, as you can imagine, cans that are in this section you cannot see. So I have to refer to that a lot to find things. And it's not foolproof, but it is helpful if you remember which shelf is which. We have everything that you could ever want in the kitchen in here. Even though it is small, I feel like we have a good amount of storage, and we do have some tiny things like a tiny dishwasher and our tiny little oven, but we have all we could ever want, basically.
Our kitchen goes right into our living room, and this is our wood stove, which everyone has a nervous breakdown about how close it is to this pantry. And I can tell you that it's safe. Not every wood stove is the same. Nothing's gonna catch on fire. Don't come at me in the comments, okay? That's how we keep warm. We do have a mini split, which we use for AC in the spring and summer. And it does have a heating function, which we hope to be able to use this winter so that we don't have to wake up in the middle of the night to stoke the fire, which we didn't do. We just bundle up at night. But obviously our living room needs the drywall to be finished, which we are going to be putting up beadboard hopefully very soon. And we need the ceilings finished. We have something cool planned for that, but that's changed a lot. And this is where this is our couch, and this is where we watch TV. And you know, we'll just swing this little buddy around. It's messy here, okay? We kind of filmed this video on the fly. We didn't get a chance to clean it up like we wanted to, which is why you're not going to get to see the bedroom. It's a little messy, but basically Savannah has a twin bed, I have a twin bed, and there's a hanging rack in between it. I will link our last tour video below so you can see kind of how far we've come and what the bedroom looks like. Our plan is to have bunk beds. We were back and forth about that for a long time, but it's going to allow us to have the most space. Our longer term plan is to build an addition on, so we each have our own bedrooms and a bathroom in the house because, surprise, we don't have a bathroom in the house. Now, let's go. Now, let me take you to the backyard. Follow me. This is our first bathhouse. We have two. And we actually started building this before we even had our house, when we were still living in a camper. It has been on hold for a very long time. We've kind of changed our minds about what's gonna happen, TBD, but the plan of right now is this will be a normal bathroom like you have in your house with a flushing toilet and a shower, and it'll be insulated, and it'll be warm, and it'll be a place for more persnickety toilet users to use. And it will attach to a guest house, so our guests can have access to the flushing toilet. Right now it has our washer and dryer, and we're using it as a greenhouse. It's a building I think everyone that has been following us is the most anxious about and wants to see how it finishes, and we do too. We look forward to having a warm place to shower in the wintertime. These are our woods. This is way back there is our chicken tractor, which is where we had our meat chickens. We will do meat chickens again. I think we're not going to do them again this year, but that's kind of where we store it for now. We got a little fire pit here. Right now there's not a whole lot planned for this. Savannah's going to show you the other part of our backyard.
So this is our newest addition to the homestead, and we're very, very excited about it. Last year you probably saw that we did our stock tank pool renovation. We have a video about it if that's something you're more interested in. Side note, we are also stock tank pool authorities, so we do stock tank pool everything as a business. So definitely check that out if you're interested in stock tank pools. This is Hazel. So Casey and I actually last year, this area got leveled by someone came and did that for us for our stock tank pool, and we knew we wanted to do a little patio right here, and we actually bought all the supplies last year and did not complete the project, but this year, a few weeks ago, we decided it was finally time, and we just have pavers down. There's some marble rock in between that, and then I built this table out of I got a splinter. So this wood on top is the wood that we have milled from the trees on our land. The frame is built with treated wood, and same for the benches. The plan for this is to go on some sort of deck over here beside this area, and then we would have lounge chairs on this patio. But for now, because the patio is the literal only flat spot on our land, that's where the table is going. And we are so excited to have this because we, for the longest time, haven't even had that island with the 2 chairs. So we do have that now, but we've never had a place our whole time on this land for people to eat with us. So that's what this does. It brings our living space outside, and we had a big table like this back in Nashville, and it's one of the things we've missed so much. So we're very glad that we have this, and it is right beside our new bathhouse. This is bathhouse number 2. And you may be like, why do you need 2 bathhouses? And I actually have an explanation on that of one of our other bathhouse videos, so I won't get into that. But most of this is built with scrap wood, which made it a very affordable project. All the wood on the side is scraps from when our wood got milled, and a lot of the framing is from trees on the land. The only thing that we bought new was the roofing, the frame part for the roof, and this wood decking that is the floor. Everything else was scrap or stuff that was made from things on our land, which is really exciting because I really like this bathhouse. Now, this bathhouse will always and forever be an outdoor bathhouse that is rustic but nice. I don't know. Because it's always going to have a composting toilet in it, which is what we have right now. But it does have a hot shower, and we are going to have a sink. Just come look at it. This is a work in progress. It is our main bathroom now, and it's real exciting for us because our composting toilet has kind of moved into a lot of places on our land, but this is where it is now. We have an actual bathroom. And so yeah, so that is a composting toilet that we built, and we still have to put doors on that cabinet, and we have some hooks back here so you can hang your towels on it, and over here is the shower. I made these windows from some things that we had laying around. We did buy a new shower head, which I think is amazing. It's very pretty. This right here is where the water heater is. It's hidden. As Casey said before, we really like beautiful things, and this is not beautiful. It's very necessary. It's how we have hot showers, but this just kind of hides it, so you don't have to see that. And then right here's where our sink's gonna be. That is a project that's gonna be happening hopefully pretty soon, and kind of what's been holding up finishing this bathroom, because we kind of bit off more than we can chew with our sink project, but we have a solution, so you'll have to come back when we have it completed to see what we did. But yeah, we'll just have sink here, our mirror, we have lights that work, and yeah, just everything I feel like you need. Hot shower, sink, toilet, storage. It's a very exciting project for us. Our shower has moved to different places on the land and just been in our last shower was a tarp shower that started shredding. So this will just give us a more permanent outdoor shower, and even when we have our other bathroom done and we can take showers inside, we can still take showers outside when it's warm outside. Because if you've ever taken a shower outside, it's very, very nice. It's oh, Johnny Rose! Oh goodness, he just pulled this off. Where did this come from? I don't
Are
know.
you bad? Are you very bad?
Just a minor dog interruption. Are we gonna show the solar?
Hang on. Your face is blurry.
Oh, it's because this is, you have to do this.
I see. Okay, I got it, it's good.
It's blurry still. Now that you've seen the bathhouse and almost everything on this land, let's go over to the shed and talk about solar.
These are our solar panels. We're going to be getting quite a few more. We have 800 watts of solar here. Our battery bank from Battleborn, which is inside this building, can take a lot more than that. We use a generator right now to charge the batteries with a combination of this solar, but we're very excited because we're getting solar panels soon. We've been saying that for a really long time, but it's happening. And the generator's back there. We have a plug behind these solar panels. So that's how we're able to get electricity to the bathhouse and to our house. We will be trenching electrical under, like you're supposed to, and doing everything. Our electricity system has been an ever evolving thing, and we've just done what we could as we could afford it. That's kind of been the theme of this whole project, this whole thing. You think you're going to do something first, and then another problem happens that costs more money, so on and so forth. So we are just doing the best we can with what resources we have.
Sometimes it's hard for us to feel like we have actually accomplished anything on our land. It feels like things move so slowly.
We started out with totally raw land, and now we have running water and electricity and a bathroom with a relatively small budget.
Doing videos like this helps us see where we've come from.
But we want you to see it for yourself. You should check out our video where we showed everything we've done in a year. Hopefully it can be an inspiration to you as much as it was an inspiration to us.
Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.